We are back on Morning Line. Thanks for joining us. Our final segment with Metro Vice Mayor Jim Shulman. We're on Facebook at newschannel5.com. Questions, comments there, phone calls as well. And, I appreciate you coming on. As you would imagine, a lot of the questions and comments, and I think almost 100% of them coming in on Facebook are negative with regard to this property tax increase proposal. Again, maybe you can follow up on what the mayor said when he first initially made this announcement, is that the federal government is not in a position right now to help. Is that the case? Because some people are wondering, could there be some federal aid maybe to help us? But that's just not happening.
Well, so what I would encourage people to do, and it's okay to be angry and to be mad and to send us emails, but I would really encourage you to stay with us during the next 2 months as we review this thing and try to figure this thing out. Again, it's not something that, it's our job. I mean, that's why you elected us, is to do this. You can say our job wasn't to raise taxes. Yeah, we didn't run on that. Nobody wants to do that. But our job is to provide guidance and leadership to the city. So keep an eye on us. The thing I'll tell you, Nick, is that, I watch the news like everybody else. This thing changes on a daily basis. So I'm listening to CNN on the way in, and they're talking about another $500 billion or something that may be coming to the States. I don't know if that's true or not true or what's happening, but the mayor said the cavalry is not coming in to save us. I don't think they are, but maybe they will. You never know. Between now and the next time I show up here, we may have a different story. So keep an eye on us. I'm saying the city right now is in trouble, financial trouble. You can blame us for what's happened in the past, but we are where we are, and we have to try to deal with it right now. And I know that nobody likes it, and people are going like, "Are you crazy?" during the middle of a pandemic. Well, I've never been through a pandemic before, so we're just trying to work our way through it. So we're in it just like everybody else, trying to figure out what to do. So just hang with us, ask us questions. You can yell at us, it's okay. We'll have a public hearing on June the 2nd. You can, if we're open, you can come, you can call it in. We've got one this Tuesday on our zoning bills, on a limited number of zoning bills, people that we're testing that to make sure we're ready to hear from you on June the 2nd. We're already hearing from you. Tell us, and then we're going to work through it, and then hopefully we'll have answers to all your questions.
Squeeze in another call if we can before we have to wrap things up. We're going to Joyce. Joyce, good morning. Hi, Joyce.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, ma'am. What's on your mind?
Well, what's on my mind is that we're closed right now at Davidson County, which I think is wonderful. But our leaders is not really showing us a lot of things. Like a policeman told me, the police chief told him he didn't like them wearing masks because it didn't look professional. And then I also heard and seen our medical examiners that go out on scenes and things, they refuse to wear a mask. Then we're told to wear them because of contamination, which I do wear mine every time I go out the door.
Sure.
And test gas or whatever. So are we getting mixed signals from the ones that really supposed to be showing us how to live?
The key really at the heart of what she's saying is, as we move forward, and we all want it to be opening up as fast as we can, I sure do, is self-regulating yourself with masks and stuff. And it's frustrating sometimes when you see people not following some of these orders, which we know can help.
Well, so she's got a good point. We need to practice what we preach. So I wear a mask, I practice social distancing, I try to be very, very careful, and we're going to have to keep doing that until we figure out how to take care of this virus. So she's right. I can't speak for other people. I know that as an elected official, it's my responsibility to, if I'm going to say people should wear masks and practice social distancing, I should be doing the exact same thing. So good point.
All right, listen, as we wrap things up, we'll squeeze in one more call. I believe we've got one on here from Barry. Barry, good morning. Go ahead, Barry.
Yes, I'd like to say, first of all, just be assured in our country there's a thing, it's called socialist, and socialist is a communist, and all you have to do is look it up in the dictionary.
Well, I've got you. It's interesting, though, a lot of people saying, what we're talking about sometimes is moving toward socialism, and yet everyone's willingly accepting these stimulus checks. I mean, it's a line, and I understand some people saying that, but I mean, these are times that I think are it's like nothing we've ever seen before, and it's just trying to help people through this right now.
When I was driving in this morning, I was thinking about my parents who both died almost 30 years ago, what they would be saying at a time like this and what I would be doing to try to make sure that they were safe if they were still alive. Nobody's been through anything like this, Barry. So, yeah, I mean, you can look at definitions, you can talk about different things. The one thing I would say is that, look, we haven't been through anything like this before. We're doing the best we can, and people may not like some of it, but we're doing the best we can. We'll figure out a way through it. We'll get on the other side of this thing. The question is why we're working through that, and I always encourage people to do it. Think about where we want to be on the other side of this thing. You've seen some of the best in the world, some of the best stuff going on in the country and in the city right now, and some things that make you go, well, what's going on? Why did people take so much money, and how come the small businesses didn't seem to get their share of the Small Business Administration loan? You see the best and the worst of some of this stuff.
Real quickly,
we want to be the best.
As we wrap things up, though, it should be clear then, this 32% increase, it's not something that's passed yet.
That's right.
The Metro Council has to look at it. So it's possible, I suppose, they could increase it, but they also could come back with something less.
Yeah, so I mean, it's up to us to work through it. The mayor has given it to us. We now have it, okay? We haven't had a meeting yet on it just because we just got it. But we have to have it passed by June the 30th. So in the next 2 months, we will be having meetings. You can hear them. We'll see if you can watch them on television on Channel 3 and stream them live. You can send us questions. You can send us issues. You can let us know what you think. That's your job as the public. It's your budget. We're just passing it. So you may not like it. I understand that, but we got to figure out what it means.
That's interesting, though. You say it's your budget. You may not like it, but it's really, they would say probably it's not their budget because they don't want to see this happening.
I understand.
But you're saying that the city has no choice, at least from the perspective of the mayor's office and I guess the council to some degree.
Our job is to make the city function. And so it is, it's everybody's budget.
Yeah.
But it's taxpayer money coming in. We got to figure out how to make it work and how the city continues to function like it's supposed to.
Vice Mayor, thanks for coming on again today. We appreciate it. Continue to be safe, and we'll see you again next week. How about that?
Sounds good.
Thank you, my friend.
Everybody.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, programming note right after this. Stay with us.